You know how racism, especially from white people, is very often a constant like victim complex where they have to pretend that they're being besieged on all sides when they have an enormous amount of institutional power. The fact that like the imbalance is most obvious, I guess, in the fact that you can't say the N-word, but nobody cares if you say cracker. If you're one of those guys online, like you're a conservative and you pretend that those two words are equivalent in any way, I'm not even going to do that soy thing where it's like, well, why can't I say cracker, but I can't say the N-word? I have to say the N-word because the word is obviously worse. You don't even believe the two words are equivalent. Nobody believes that, right? But as a white racist, you have to pretend that meaningless, harmless race jokes about white people are the same as deliberately targeted virulent racism against black people, you know? Like, you have people who genuinely want a white ethno-state being like, well, if they can make jokes about white people, I can make jokes about black people. But you're not making jokes about black people. You just actually hate black people. The jokes for you are just a convenient delivery mechanism for the hatred. Also, making jokes requires understanding comedy. Well, right-wingers don't really believe in comedy. Have you ever seen right-wing comedy? There's no left-wing equivalent to right-wing comedy. If you take a look at left-leaning comics who do comedy, like Jon Stewart, you will find that their comedy is comedic. But if you take a look at right-leaning comics, and you take a look at what they find funny, all of their jokes are just a delivery mechanism for their political good think. Jon Stewart and John Oliver and I guess, you know, Stephen Colbert, if you want to go back farther, constantly made jokes at the expense of Democrats, liberals, the left, self-defacing jokes, jokes that were meant to be kind of generally funny without a political lean. Whereas if you take a look at right-leaning comedy, every single line is intended, first and foremost, to be a delivery mechanism for the right way to view the world. The comedic element is second. A lot of these jokes are hideously unfunny, you know? John Oliver, like, his comedy he's infamous for a lot of his comedy being the stupid, like, you know, that was inappropriate, Susan, you know, more inappropriate than a squirrel standing right outside your window looking at the pie you just baked. Get away, squirrel. Get away, squirrel. That's my pie. You get out of here, squirrel. You go get your nuts. Like, that's John Oliver comedy. It's hardly political, I guess, beyond, I don't know, the extent to which Perfect impression. Yeah, no, I mean, like, it's not exactly like political. I mean, I guess everything's political in that sort of art student, you know, analyze everything, question everything kind of way, but it's not meant to be, it's not partisan, if that makes any sense.